New Japan Pro Wrestling's Day 8 of the Best Super Juniors is right around the corner, and it's time for my preview here, as we start it off with Ren Narita versus El Fantasma Block B. What a fucking funny little upset that would be if Narita would beat El Fantasma to throw his one loss in, would be against Ren Narita in the opener here. That'd be fucking great, but of course he's not gonna lose. El Fantasma is gonna go to 5-0 now. I'll have 10 points, just like that. Unbelievable, man. I don't think he's like that good, to be honest. To be honest, that's just kind of my take on it. I think he's fairly average. He's a great heel. I'll give him that, though. He's a guy who does great crowd work. So there's that. So he's not completely useless or anything. It's just when there's other guys in there. Hopefully, past his debut, if he makes it into, the next Best Super Juniors in 2020, hopefully he doesn't do that well. Hopefully he's, a 6 or 8 point guy. That'd be my opinion. That's where I see him as on the field. As the next match, Titan vs. Taka Michinoku here. As Taka Michinoku still winless in his Best Super Juniors run. I think he'll either win maybe one match. Doubt it'd be two. It'd probably just win one match. So he's gonna, depending on who is gonna be, him and Titan. It could happen here, but I'm gonna go with Titan. I'm gonna have Titan predict that he's gonna win here against Taka Michinoku and get a nice win under his belt for him. As the next match, Bushi versus Robbie Eagles. What a match on paper, though, this is going to be. Robbie Eagles and Bushi, big fan of Robbie Eagles, as we've talked about in the last video. I think he's a guy who's done really well for him, and really, I'm sure him and Phantasmo are going to be the junior tag of the Bullet Club team now going forward, but he could be a guy that could be a singles guy, in New Japan. I really do think, as far as the junior division goes, but I just don't think that's in the cards for him right now with Bullet Club. But, I'll have Robbie Eagles, both guys going into this night, winning their previous Cork and All matches, so really could go either way. We'll go with Robbie Eagles getting the win there. But wouldn't be surprised if Bushi gets the win. I think those guys are kind of on even playing fields being junior tag guys. Now, Bushi's had a lot more experience in New Japan, though, so that could really give him an edge as far as, notoriety and fame and whatnot, being the bigger name. But, I'll go with Robbie Eagles getting the win. As the next match of Tiger Mask 4 versus Jonathan Gresham. Tiger Mask 4, I think he's going to win here. Jonathan Gresham, bless his heart, I just don't think New Japan has very high hopes for him. Whereas Tiger Mask 4, he's done relatively well so far on the Best Super Juniors. Obviously, losing the Dragony last night was, expected, to say the least. I don't think he's going to win and have a future title shot. But here, him against Jonathan Gresham, he is the bigger name, of course, being a Tiger Mask and whatnot. You could definitely see him getting a win, plus it's, it's fourth on the card, so you could see, because Tiger Mask could go anywhere from 4, 5, 6, up the card, kind of, even in the opener, he could be on most nights, so he's kind of all over the place as far as where he could be on the card. And, I just think Tiger Mask's going to win. I think he's the bigger name, and I think they'll, have it bounce back after losing to Dragon League last night. As Dokie versus Yo, the next match here, as Yo has had a good, somewhat Best of Super Juniors run. Him and Osprey was really good. He beat Rocky Romero last night. He's him and Taguchi was fine. Him and Dokie here, I'm gonna give it to Yo. Yo's the bigger name. I think Dokie, he could have a nice couple of wins maybe here and there, but I don't think he's gonna beat Yo. We'll give it to Yo. I think Yo's going to win. Should be an interesting match. I think Yo and Dokie could have a solid little match here. As the next match, another Roppongi 3K person, as Sho versus Marty Skrull. This could be a really fun match. This is, if it gets the time and it can really, really go, I think it's going to be a hell of a match. Of course, Sho, after having his match with Yoshiniba Kanemaru, where lost by count out, it's going to be nice to see him have a match where at least it ends not on a countout. That would be pretty goddamn funny if he kept losing by countout. That'd be quite the little Best Super Juniors gimmick, just in Cork and Hall. Brody King keeps him out of the ring, and Marty Scurll wins by countout. That'd be pretty hilarious, I'm not gonna lie. But I'll have, I think Marty Scurll's gonna win, though. I do think that. I think Marty could use the win, and he could definitely be a guy, obviously, former IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion. I think he's got that pedigree of him so far, and Show, not yet. He's a year away, I think, as far as getting that, once they break up, I'm assuming they'll break up eventually, Roppongi 3K, once they do, and split up and they go their own separate ways, that's when kind of Show will start getting higher echelon of wins and whatnot throughout his career. But just not right now. I think right now it's, let him lose early on type of thing. As the next match, what a match on paper this is going to be. I'm really looking forward to it. Ryusuke Taguchi versus Rocky Romero. Man, two fucking vets in there, man. Two guys who have been probably the longest tenured juniors as far as in New Japan, in this Best of Super Juniors, behind Tiger Mask 4. I mean, this man and Rocky Romero and Ryusuke Taguchi, they've been there, forever. Ryusuke Taguchi was a young boy, 2002, 2003. Rocky Romero, Black Tiger 4, back in, 2004, 2005. And it's stuff like that when you gotta go like, Jesus Christ, that was almost 15 years ago. Like, that's crazy to think of how far away that was now. It's just like, oh my god, when did 2004 seem like a lifetime ago? But here we are, as I'm getting older. the retrospective aging of just going, Jesus Christ, that was forever ago. As what a match though this is going to be. I'm really looking forward to seeing it. Who's going to win though? Is the big question. I think Ryusuke Taguchi's going to win. Rocky Romero might be. I don't think it's going to be his last Best of Super Juniors, but you never know. He was kind of away from the Best of Super Juniors for a long time. And now it's his big comeback here. I'd love to see him get a big win some night on this Best of Super Juniors, but I just don't think it's going to happen here against Taguchi. He had a hell of a match with Will Osprey too. Yeah, Will's had a hell of a Best Super Juniors. Talked about him and Yo having a match with him, and Rocky too had a very good match here. But Taguchi's gonna win. Just don't think it's gonna be in the cards for Rock. But if Rock does win, that'd be awesome. That'd be cool to see. As the next match, Taiji Ishimori versus Yoshinobu Kanemaru. Just two Noah guys. Oh my! From way back when. Almost a lifetime ago as well. Not really, Taiji Ishimori. It was only a couple years before he left Noah. And also, Kanemaru too, as far as being a part of when the Suzuki Gun invaded Noah and almost destroyed it from the ground up. But here, Yoshinobu Kanemaru and Taiji Ishimori, Kanemaru, obviously his best days are behind him. And obviously Ishimori's going to win, but that'd be so awesome to see these two have a great match here. They're kind of, also too, this is kind of going to be like the cool-down match between this co-main and main, and even that, previous match with Ryusuke Taguchi and Rocky Romero. That's going to be like the cool-down match effect, very much so. Ishimori's going to win. Pretty much, that's all I gotta say about it. Nothing too exciting for me out of this match, but I hope they somehow pull something out of nowhere and it turns into a banger. But the odds are stacked against them, unfortunately. Will Osprey versus Brandi, the co-main event. They've had this match previously at WrestleCon Super Show, but nothing, in a featured match like this co-main event, Cork and Hall of a Best of Super Juniors. This is gonna be fucking insane. I would dare say match of the night, but this main event is going to be insane. So this is going to be a hell of a match. Osprey's had a hell of a Best Super Junior so far. He damn near killed himself fucking last night with El Phantasmo. And it'd be interesting to see how, with Bandito, they kind of had a nice short little match with Rita. They did some crazy shit, though. He took an apron bump. But, it's going to be awesome to see, though. This should be a fucking banger of a match. Can't wait to see how it plays out. Who's going to win, though? Bandito winning would be awesome. He needs a win. He could use a big-time win like this. I don't think he's going to. This is, for me, talking about the preview, I was hoping, this is just me personally, a Shingo Bandito finals. But it's not going to happen. Shingo, it might be in the finals, but for Bandito, that dream is is far, far away now. Just don't think it's going to happen. And definitely if he loses to Will Osprey, that is a nail in the coffin to that dream. And I'd hope that doesn't happen. I hope we don't get to see the nail in the coffin. But compared to, like, if it's El Phantasmo in the finals or, like, Will Osprey, much rather have Will Osprey in the finals. You know, an Osprey Shingo finals is perfectly fine by me. And speaking of Shingo Takagi, what a fucking main event this is going to be. Dragony versus Shingo. Holy shit. This is going to be insane. I cannot wait for it. I might go into cardiac arrest watching this co-main and main. This is going to be insane. This Cork and All crowd is going to be red hot for this match. This is going to be huge to see who wins this. As, you know, is Shingo going to win it and get a future title shot? Or is Dragon Lee going to win it and kind of still have Shingo win the whole block? But he's going to lose to, you know, the champion here. You know, it wouldn't be too far-fetched for him to win it, have Dragon Lee win here. But I would love to see a Shingo win. That'd be fucking awesome. But we don't need Shingo to, like, win every match in the block. He's got to lose at some point. Might as well be the NJPW Junior Heavyweight Champion. So I'll go with Dragon Lee getting a win here. Beating Shingo, retaining... Well, not retaining. Just not getting a future title shot against Shingo there as... that will do it for my preview. What a night of the best Super Juniors this is going to be. This co-main and main. It's going to be insane. Can't wait to see it, and I hope you guys enjoy the show as much as I'm going to enjoy this show, as I will catch you guys for my review of said show. Take care, everyone.